Yo, should we do Chinglish now? Let's do Chinglish.
Okay, let's do Chinglish. Okay, yeah. I think for me, it's kind of the behavior. It's a habit. So whenever do everything, if you take a note of everything, I always try to use English, not Chinese. Even you use Google, I don't want to use Chinese to search in Google. I mean, that's the kind of the habit.
Yeah, I do see a lot of Chinese students, even after they move here, they still use the Chinese English dictionary.
Don't use that, right?
100%. Yeah, because so I do think when you speak English, like your whole existence should be English.
Exactly, yeah.
Because oftentimes I feel stuck if I need to translate.
So I want to hear something from Winter, because you work in the corporate for a long time. So in the workplace, how is the English communication impact your position in the whole team? There could be, I want to know if someone speaks fluent English, that will be good in the position in the team. If someone doesn't speak well, there could be some challenge or something for them. So can you share some information regarding that?
I mean, because some of the information confidential, even though that I'm left at the company already, I can share something really fun. There was one time of my career, I was leading a merger acquisition deal, expansion for international bank. And, as a Canadian institution, we bought a US bank. Okay, I'm not going to say the names. And it's very interesting that even though we're all in the North America English-speaking culture, but the Canadian English style and culture and then Americans are completely different, okay? I'll give you an example. They don't even think Canada is a country, has a financial institution, can actually acquire a financial institution in the USA. They think, well, oh, you're merging into us? No, we bought you. It's funny. And then the way that the logic, I was working with lots of the senior decision makers from the US side. It's not really about, we do lots of the negotiation debate, right? So it's not about your point. It's about the perception from the other side. Just like what you mentioned before, William.
Perception is reality.
Exactly, what they think. I could have a very weak point for debate, but I show the confidence, relaxed. They will be like, oh, yeah, he's right. And then the words you use, and this is why I agree with Thomas. If you have to translate, it doesn't work because the logic is different between Mandarin and then English.
Yeah.
And the muscle you use, how to pronounce certain things, is completely different. Give you an example. If you use, oh, here's our view, but, well then, your credibility is going to drop. If you're saying maybe, I'm not so sure, your credibility is going to drop. Normally what I do is that, here's what we should do. Strategy A, launch this. We may have a risk for 20% failure. We can still do it. I point out the obviously potential risk. I didn't say, I'm not so sure, potentially.
Even you're not sure,
exactly.
Don't say that.
What I gave it to people is like, oh, this guy's confident, knows the risk.
Right.
And right now, the decision is not a debate anymore. It's like, okay, can we handle the risk? If we can handle it, let's go with Winter's decision.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel. It's the fundamentals we need to really pay attention.
Yeah, there are levels to this. I feel like a lot of people, especially from China, they put too much emphasis on just language itself. Like, how do I have better grammar? Because I asked a lot of them, they're like, oh, my biggest challenge is I don't have enough vocabulary, I don't have good grammar. But no, you gotta focus on how to become a more powerful speaker. Right? How to read the room, how to read the nonverbal communication, nonverbal cues, right? Just because 70% of more than 70% of communication is nonverbal, like body language, inflection, tonality. So only like less than 20% is the actual spoken word.
Language is kind of the tools to try to communicate with others, right? If you focus more on the language itself as grammar, you're going to lose the purpose of that language, of that communication. Right? You speak perfect English, but you didn't deliver any valuable information.
Yeah, because if you rewind a little bit back to your childhood, right? You didn't speak perfect Chinese.
Exactly, you don't care about the grammar, right?
So your mom's womb,
yeah,
right?
no, yeah.
It takes time, but you were never stressed about your Chinese.
Exactly,
you were a kid. You were just
yeah.
Right?
You just try to deliver the message you want to deliver. Yeah, I have a question to Kara. Even in the same school, same program, same classroom, why some of them, their English communication is very good, the language itself, but some of them maybe need some improvement. What's the behavioral mindset? Do you see the difference?
I think that goes back to the point William stated before. The confidence is actually key. So especially in university lives, we are all students. So there is no judgment from each other. We're just trying to complete the course, get the credit, and graduate. So when it comes to languages, I think it differs from 2 points. The one is personality. So if you're confident enough, if you just wanted to deliver the result, state your point, then you are willing to speak. You are willing to put effort into your presentations, especially when you wanted to get good score while even your communication is not that good, but you tried at least. So this comes to the point of you put effort and then you try to make your language a little better compared to other students. And I think the other one is the environment that you're in. If your social circle is all surrounded with local Chinese people, which I'm not saying this is a like a bad point, but most of the international students, they are surrounded themselves in their local culture, which I don't have any problem because I myself is the same case. So I think this comes to the second point. If you immerse yourself into your own culture circle and you are not willing to step out of your comfort zone, so you might trap in that era that you having a hard time to improve on your language.
Okay. I just want to touch on that. I think that's a very unique point from Akira. And I know that William does these kind of, coaching or training or giving people advice in terms of how to get into that social circle as a, foreigner. One thing that was one of my struggle in the past. When I was in university, the first time I understand the concept of clubbing, I was like, what the hell is that, right? Right? Is it legal, right? And then it was fun actually, but the first time I was like, I don't know what to do, right? And you're just basically being an awkward moment and just not feeling comfortable. And I know, William, you do these kind of things. You show people how to do clubbing, how to get into that. I think that's something that, to the point is, Kara mentioned, she watch, English movie and learn from that. And I say, if you love clubbing or love singing, find something that is your passion, you're interested to get into that as a breaking point, right? And then that's where it can build your confidence level. Give you an example, I don't know, if someone's like, oh, I feel awkward, embarrassed to speak. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to say hello. I don't know how to do flirtings, right? As a single guy or lady, well, you want to go to Rebel. When you want to go to club, right? And then how do you do that? How do you say hello to people? How do you start a conversation? Find a way to get in, to get yourself feel comfortable, and then you build on top of that. I think that's one thing. I don't know, maybe people can try.
OK， 那我们这样，每个人最后一人一句话或者一个 word 去 share 一下，到底怎么样去讲好 Chinglish。William, that's one word or one sentence.
Have fun.
Have fun. That's great. Kara, you?
Step out of your comfort zone.
我觉得首先是要有勇气，其实不用太在意别人的眼光。事实上 ，in the reality, people are not really paying attention to you; they paying attention to themselves.
我觉得就是 be yourself, right? Just speak English, have fun, 养成好的习惯，对吧？所以，如果你喜欢讲 Chinglish, follow us.